Big House 6 was as usual, a really fun event. Um, so just kind of a recap, just a vlog similar to what ESAM does with his stuff. So Thursday I opt to go to work, and then I go like take a half day, and then I go to LAX. And LAX was kind of a trip because I flew Spirit. Don't really recommend it. I thought it was way too cramped for me. And on the way there, I got there a little bit early, but driving to LAX, you never want to take any risks with the traffic it takes to get there. So being early is a lot better than just not making it at all. Um, so pretty cool. I got to like take advantage of my Chase Sapphire Reserve, which gives me free lounge access. So like I got to have free beer and wine before boarding. I had like a good hour, and like when I left the lounge, I saw near my flight like literally most of SoCal just waiting around. I didn't know they were taking the same flight as me, so I saw Hugs, I saw Mike Hayes, Alex, Mango's camera guy, Cassidy, J666, and just like a bunch of people. I think we had like 15 people in total. So we get on the flight, and it's really cramped because it's Spirit. Mango's like conveniently right behind me, so I end up just sitting in the emergency row, and we end up drinking pretty much like the second half of the trip to Michigan. The stewardess didn't mind. Like we're just chilling, we were drinking Bud Lights, and we were having a good time. It was largely uneventful when we got to Michigan. We got to Dearborn. A homie took us. We went to like some bar prior, and there were some people on karaoke. They were pretty wild. It's kind of funny. And we ended up going to the venue. Got to hang out with Joe Guy. Got to see how the venue unfolded. Really nice venue. Same venue as last year. This year they decided to have Wii U in its own ballroom and Melee in its own ballroom. And then like the 24-hour friendlies room was really nice. And then I tried to get some sleep. Joe Guy did hook the homie up with a suite. I'm really thankful for that. Although I do believe I provide a lot of value to Big House too. And so let's see, Friday, everything's kind of a blur for me actually. What happened on Friday was cruise. I believe I did some commentary down the road, commentated with Lovage, which was really cool. I got to hang out with the homie. I really, I do miss him. I don't get to see him as much. And it was just mostly just hanging out. I played my singles pool somewhere down the line. I almost lost. Thank God I made it through. I forgot who the Fox player was, but he wasn't bad. He definitely caught on to my wave dash backs because I was really abusing dash dance grab on him because he's throwing a lot of aerials, and then he adapted and started overshooting me, and then I started attacking in place, which counters overshooting. And then actually in game 3, it went to like he was up 2 stocks to 1 on like our counter pick, and then I ended up pulling through. He kind of choked a bit, and I ended up winning. So very fortunate I ended up in winners, but it was a sign of poor things to come because like I was just like, oh my gosh, like I'm playing so bad. I'm playing sloppy. I'm autopiloting. All the fears that you get in a national. Crews were cool. I didn't really get involved too much, although I did love emceeing. So shout out to the people that enjoyed my emceeing. I got to do the countdown. I got to be the hype man, which is kind of funny because like Hugo, Scar, and Crimson Blur were all laughing at the idea that I was going to be the MC, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, like why is Tafo going to do this? He's like the most like mellow guy." And I think I did a pretty good job. Shouts to Quest. I hope you guys were entertained at home or in the crowds while I was MCing. Really happy that SoCal won. I'll have a separate video more on the on the results of like singles, doubles, and crews. This is mostly just my experiences. SoCal won, I was happy, and then I think that was pretty much it. It was a light day. I was pretty pooped, so Saturday I knew I had like 10 hours in a row, so I didn't want to stay up too late. The next day, doubles with Swiftbase was pretty interesting. We did pretty well at Shine, so we teamed again. What was it? It started okay for us. We played Scythe and his Saga, I believe, and it was like a close 3-game set in winter semis, and then we had Discid Boogie and Koval on stream for winners finals. I definitely think I blew it for the team because Sheik's role is just to be evasive, and I think what happens is if it's like really close or we fall behind, I have the temptation that like I need to do more than I should. And Sheik overextending is definitely not a good thing, and so I definitely played really greedy, and I thought in game two, especially when we were up like 4 stocks to 2, and I like kept getting caught. And I think had I just like stayed back a bit and played a bit more patient, I think we could have done a better job. So I kind of blame myself for that. And then in losers finals, we had to run back to Scythe and Sago. I definitely was getting really frustrated with Sago's Marth because it was just so swingy, and it was like it had like a Yomi level that was like one up on me, and that means like everything he was doing was just countering me, and I was just like so mad that I just kept going in, and then we ended up losing. So we ended up in 33rd, probably one of my worst team performances in a while. And then singles round two, I commentated a block with DJ. I thought it was pretty fun. DJ's a great dude. I played Cells 5000. Game one, he let me strike the FD, and I was really happy because that's my favorite stage against Marth. I tend to do really well on that, and it makes me really test if the Marth is really good at dash dancing. And in Zane's case, he's just okay. He's not spectacular at it. And then game two, I think he went Battlefield, beat me pretty sound. And in Stadium, I had the early lead. I screwed up something, and then he got like a grounded tipper on a missed tech, and then he just kind of wrote the lead from there. So that's unfortunate. And then I played like some Fox player, I forget his name, ended up winning pretty easily. And then I played Amita, definitely wasn't like ready for it. Puff, I fell behind both games because like I got rested early. I think in game two I got rested twice, like really early, and I had to play comeback. And I definitely like between the crowd and like just like me not warming up, I just couldn't muster the comeback. I think if I could have definitely won it. If I just played a little bit better, but Amita's a pretty good player, so can't be too mad. So I ended up in 97th in singles, probably one of my lowest placings of the year, other than maybe Genesis. Considering that I had a pretty good summer run, I'm a little disappointed, but like I can't really be too upset, like just with how busy I was up with other things. So kind of, yeah. And then what else was there that night? Did I do commentary? No, I kind of scrubbed up. That was like pretty much the end of the day. And then we hung out. I think we went to TGA Fridays. We drank a little, took some shots with the homies. And then day 3 was mainly I didn't have to worry about anything. I was already eliminated in doubles and singles because I'm a buster. Started off the day with commentating with Fendrick, and we had like a really good block. I think we had a lot of exciting matches. A lot of last game, last stock, like last hit situations. That were really fun to commentate. Even the Duck versus Hungry Box, that was like a 20-minute set for best of 3, was actually like a really good set to watch. So it's really exciting to see good melee. And then like after the commentary block, I was just really just enjoying singles and just watching everything unfold. And then watching doubles was really cool. And then top 8 of singles, was really exciting. I just really, at that point, Mango and I, we discussed and we said, like, since, like, Plup is out, like, we really said, like, if you can make top 8 in winners, like, we said this, like, on Saturday night, and Mango and I were talking, we were just, like, saying, like, we know you can win, like, your bracket is so much easier, like, you might have Nintendo, like, if you can make it to winners side top 8, then you have this in the bag. And Mango had some scares like prior, like with the Moon, with game 5, she was playing pretty sloppy. Moon was playing well too. So to be fair, gotta give credit to the Moon. And the whole time I was just like Mango and Lucky and Outside team are also like prepping him like pretty well. And we're just like, Mango, like if you just play discipline, like and you do what we discussed, like that Armada can approach you pretty consistently. Like we know that like if you just don't do stupid nairs and you like force Armada to make the right plays, then you can win this. Like it should be really easy. You've been doing this all year. And so just basically saying like Mango, like you can do this, and like making sure that he was prepped, making sure he had Red Bulls, making sure he had snacks, and making sure that he wasn't hungry, and just making sure he knew that he could believe himself to win was basically my job for top 8. And so lo and behold, like it started really poorly, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like Mango, you're doing like everything you told yourself you wouldn't do. And then like he like played the most gritty set and ended up with a game comeback swing. And if you told me that like that was actually going to happen, like I would have not believed you at all. And so you get that, and then against, and then he had ice, and we just like pretty much knew that like Mango had it in the bag, and we were like, you know how to play this. You play like your ultra lame style against Lucky, and it's like really frustrating to deal with as Fox against Falco. Like if you play that same style, Ice will not know what to do. And lo and behold, like Mango played that kind of lame defensive style, and like he got a click 3-0, and just pretty much at that point, and just like Mango took a break, and I was just like making sure that Mango was okay, like he was still energized. Unfortunately, we had a little bit of a scare because his hand was bleeding, and he also took 3 Red Bulls, and so I was just like, and then I had him take a shot to like calm himself down because like 3 Red Bulls is a lot, and I was thinking like alcohol could like somehow reverse the trend of having 3 Red Bulls because like he had me like touch his heart or feel his beat, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like this is out of control, like we got to do something to slow it down, and so did that, and then he practiced out with Lucky, and then in finals like he had 2 chances, so like it was just like definitely like okay, you just got to do this, you know. And he was in, he was in the zone when he was playing Lucky, so I felt pretty comfortable with him. And set one, went pretty disastrously. Armada looked pretty warmed up, and then set two, he brought it back. He was really gritty. Started making the right decisions. Stopped stopped doing stupid stuff, and he ended up winning. And it was like really cool and awesome to see that he won his like first big super major in like almost in like probably like 2 years since like Big House 4. It was really exciting for him, and then for the rest of the night we celebrated. We had a big party in my room. I apologized to Juggle Guy because he had the room next door, and he actually gave me the suite, and I felt really bad because he called me pretty upset saying like, dude, like I couldn't sleep all last night. And to be fair, like Mango and Dunk were really loud in the morning, but we had a big party in my room. A lot of people came in, and it was just really fun. And then Monday morning, we ended up coming. It was like an early flight, like relatively speaking. It was like 11 a.m., so we had to leave the hotel around like 8:45, 9 o'clock to get there. And so it was pretty much my weekend. I had a good time. It was really fun. I thought it was really well run event, aside from a few things here and there. And I thought, and Mango won, so I'm happy for him. I'm always, trying my best to like make sure he's prepped. I don't really take credit for him at all. Like that's all him, but I just want to make sure that he's in the right mindset and that I can do whatever I can to help him at the end of the day. So great tournament overall, and I'll take a time in another video to talk more about like the results in detail.